Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. Hopefully, everybody is having a good Friday. Got up this morning, really charged up about this stock interview today, this particular stock review, because I think that you guys are going to, if you're into legalized gambling, okay, that's what this is. Let's not, they got into the market where they can fight around a few bylaws here and there. DraftKings and FanDuel, essentially, I want to say they're in cahoots. They're the same company. But nonetheless, we're going to get into the review, and we're going to find out some information because they're doing great things in the market, and they are still trying to grow. They're still trying to grow their brand. They're still trying to grow into other markets as legalized gambling becomes virtual. And that's what we need to understand, that gambling, because especially with COVID-19, a lot of people are actually gambling online versus going to casinos. Now, granted, there's a lot of casinos in Washington still open, okay? They're doing masks, they're doing social distancing, they're doing all the things, but some people do not want to risk it, okay? They do not want to risk it. So they are going online to actually gamble online. I mean, I'm not a gambler, as you can tell. I don't like to lose my money like that. I like to have some information, some statistics, some analytics behind me, putting my money in a place, in a entity, and getting a return back from it. And I'm not discouraging you gamblers out there, because a lot of you professional gamblers know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing, and you guys make a lot of money from it. I'm not knocking your hustle. I'm not knocking your hustle. It's just not for me, okay? It is just not for me. I cannot do it, all right? I cannot do it. So let's get into the discussion. Let's go over to Robinhood, and let's look at DraftKings, okay? So 5-year time chart here. DraftKings IPO released back in July 3rd, 2019. So they're only slightly a year old. And they came out, look at this. They came out at $9.80. $9.80, okay? So they came out really, really low, and they have been killing it. They've been up 340% since their opening of their IPO. 340%. Okay. In the past year, they've been up 337%. In the past 3 months, they've been up 14%. The past month, they've been up 32%. In the past week, 21%. And then today, they're up $1.63. My question is this. Now, a lot of people have been losing their jobs. A lot of people are waiting for, the second stimulus bill. There's a lot of things going on in the financial market, but there's a lot of people out there not doing so well. How in the heck is DraftKings still killing it, okay? How they're killing it. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me pop up this one screen really quickly. So, all right. So I'm trying to find out how they're doing so well, because this is phenomenal. A company like this, they're still growing. They're still growing their stock. And I can't explain it. There's a lot of people out of work. There's a lot of people being furloughed. But the addiction is real when it comes to legalized gambling, okay? Gambling, period. But anyway, that's a sidebar. But nonetheless, they're killing it, okay? I mean, I just went through the line chart. You go to 5 years, they're up 342%. You go 1 year, they're up 340%. 3 months, they're up 70% or whatever. You go to 1 month, they're up 32%. You go to 1 week, they're up 22%. I'm rounding up. And today they're up already, especially basketball, right? Basketball paused. They didn't know they were going to do football, even though there was a game last night. Kansas City Chiefs just wore out the Houston Texans. They wore them out. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Matt Mahone is my quarterback for my fantasy football. So, I did pretty well. Good morning, Charles Green. But nonetheless, DraftKings is killing it. So I'm just going to let you know right now, I'm going to kill the nanny off the top. It's a good stock to invest in. They have been doing great things. Now, they may have some slowbacks because they're trying to get into other states and other markets, but people are loving DraftKings and FanDuel. They absolutely love Now, granted, DraftKings, when you win, they take 50% of your earnings. But nonetheless, I mean, you got to pay taxes on it because they take your social security number. I don't know. But people are making a lot of money. Let's just keep it that way. But anyway, let's get into it. DraftKings operate as a digital sports entertainment and gaming company. That's what they say. It provides online and retail sports wagering offerings. That's called gambling, ladies and gentlemen. They call it gambling. Wagering offerings, online daily fantasy contests, and online casino games. So you are betting, like people talking about when Vegas, people are betting in Vegas. This is kind of like online Vegas. Okay, I think it's a great platform. It's a great platform. Now, great to invest in for me, but I'm not getting involved with the whole gambling thing. That's for you. It said the company was founded by Jason D. Robbins, Matthew Kalish, and Paul Lieberman on December 31st, 2011, and headquartered in Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, Boston, Massachusetts. I don't see the number of employees. I don't know if they're going to reveal that information. Founded, okay, average value, nothing too significant. Related topics, 100 most popular, Massachusetts. And I'm like, what about online legal gambling? What about the game industry? What are other collections at Robinhood? Why is this company so secret on Robinhood? Buy 69%, hold 31%, sell 0%. Sell 0%. Sell. I mean, people are killing it now. Q1 2020, they were up. Q2, just like any other. I'm going to go back to the line chart. We're going to look at it. Let's go for the 5 years so we can get the dip right there in March. Okay, COVID-19. Again, that was when Q2 for DraftKings were. Okay. Then they say people also bought Penn National Gaming, Round Here Sports Betting. See, I like a company like this. It lets you know we're just going to bet. Okay. MGM Resorts and then GAN. Now that we're here, let's just look at a couple of other ones that's also in this market, okay? That's also in this market. See, 5 years are up 230%. Let me go in the past week. They've been up 14%. So there's money in online gaming, and this company is fairly old, back in 1982. Consumer service and retail, entertainment in Pennsylvania. So that's what I'm saying. DraftKings should also have different tickers like entertainment, some other things. Stocks making the biggest moves. Okay. Beyond Penn National Gaming. Let's go back. Let's look at that one that actually says betting. Round Here Sports Betting. Let's see a little bit about that. iGaming ETFs. Oh, it's an ETF. Okay. They just released 2 months ago. Okay. Back in June 4th, they came out at $15.75. Now they're at $19.53. We won't get into the rest of it, but it says bet tracks a tier-weighted index of global companies selected by committee that are involved in the sports betting and iGaming industry. I think they're going to do well because as FanDuel, DraftKings, and that other company is doing well, I believe that this particular company will do well because of they're doing an ETF. Okay, sector ETFs, they don't really have too much information on it because, again, it just opened up 2.5 months ago. Okay. So let's go back to DraftKings. Oh, no, we're moving on to Market Watch because we already went through. No, I didn't read the Atlantis rating. Okay, let me go back. Here we go, DraftKings. All right, so we went over the earnings, and let's get into where are the Bulls? What are the Bulls saying? I thought I had information on that for you guys. I guess not. But anyway, let's move over to Market Watch. And let's see the movement of the stock here. Let's see the movement of the stock. All right. So 52-week range. Let's say roughly $10 all the way up to $45. And right now they're at $43. Okay. Their company slightly operating out of debt with an EPS of a negative 51 cents. Okay. Negative 51 cents. Average movement looks normal. Float shorted looks normal. Let's see any headline news dealing with them today. Okay, so the NFL kicks off its season today. What it means for the economy, I know what it means for FanDuel DraftKings. I know that a lot of people are actually going to be betting on the game. Now, some people like the high risk. Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs was favored to win, and that new running back they got is a beast. Okay, number 25, he showed his butt. I thought that Houston Texans had a better defensive line than that. But again, the reason why we're going to be talking about sports, because that's what DraftKings is. DraftKings is a online sports betting platform, also an online casino platform. So has a lot to do with the sport. So they were happy that football actually came out. Back in September 8th, which was only, 3 days ago, DraftKings started a neutral with $40 stock price target as Bank of America security. So their target went up when they said, oh, they're going to reach $40. So if you notice, they're already up over $40, ladies and gentlemen, for today. So let's look at today. They're down. They're down just a little bit, but that doesn't mean anything. We understand that stocks throughout the day go up and down, up and down. But as I showed you before, we go over the week, they're up. Month, they're up. 3 months, they're up. 1 year, they're up. And then they haven't been 5 years yet, okay? But they've been up since they've started. So they're making really, really good money, okay? They're making really, really good money. Let's get into why the Baron says that. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. I thought they was going to give us some more information concerning that. Why did it do that? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. It just opened up another window. It didn't give me the. Okay, so it's not giving me the actual news story. I don't know why. Okay. Let me just click on it one more time. Oh, it's because Market Watch. Okay, I got it. Here we go. DraftKings faces high cost. See, here's what the bears are saying why they don't think that it's going to do so well. Okay, because they're getting to high cost. How can I get rid of this? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that they want you to pay all these subscriptions. I'm not going to pay it. I'm not going to pay it at all. But anyway, I'll just give you what I think here. They're trying to move into different markets, okay? Because if I go over here and I'm going to read a couple of things for you. DraftKings is an American daily fantasy sports contest and sports betting operator, okay? The company allows users to enter daily and weekly fantasy sports related contests and win money based on individual, individual sports play, okay? All right, and here's some questions that I just thought you guys want to be aware of that I think is good information. It says, can you really win money on DraftKings? Don't you hate when you talking to or listen to a politician, they never really answer the question? Listen to this. Despite the ads clearly targeting football fans, DraftKings also has contests for professional basketball, soccer, and hockey leagues. They even have a few other sports, including golf and NASCAR. See, a lot of you guys who are into these things, you probably, have your favorite NASCAR drivers and your favorite golfers. They also in those segments. So if you want to bet, you can do that as well. So there's really a chance for anyone to make money regardless of your favorite sport. So do they clearly, some of you say, they clearly answer because they say you can make money. Can you really win money off of DraftKings? Yes. That's what I would like to see. Yes. Then say despite the ads and all that. This answer the question, man. This answer the question. A politician never asks questions. Joe Biden, are you gonna give reparations to Black Americans? Oh, well, the NAACP endorsed me twice, and the National Black Caucus. Just answer the question, dog. I had a Ross moment. My bad. All right. Can you play DraftKings in Canada? It says, however, in Canada, there are no legislation or laws that ban DFS or that says that it is legal or exempted from other gambling laws. The two Titan DFS websites, DraftKings and FanDuel, Canadian residents to play on their sites. They allow Canadian residents to play on their sites. So yes, if you're in Canada, you can gamble with DraftKings and FanDuel, and your country legalized weed. The entire country of Canada legalized weed. America. I'm not a weed smoker, but there's money in legalized weed because when you got money in stocks and they legalize weed for the entire America, then believe me, guys, your stocks are going to go up. So America, we're usually the pioneers of things. We're usually out there first. We're usually changing the way the globe. Let's kind of be like Canadians on this one. Let's legalize weed, okay? Anyway, is DraftKings legit? And here it says, what percentage does DraftKings take? They take around 15%. DraftKings makes its money by taking a percentage of contest entry fees, also known as rank. It tends to hover around 15% per contest, but it can be more or less depending on contest size and entry fees. So regardless, they're basically saying that DraftKings is going to get paid. Okay, when you guys are going in legalized gambling, they're going to get paid. Why does DraftKings need my social security number? Federal and state laws require us to verify identity and age. We have to adhere to anti-money laundering protocols and record name, address, social security number, among other important information. That's all true. But let me add one thing for you guys. Taxes. That is what they're talking about. That is what they're talking about. Here's some other questions. Let's see if we can find anything that's just going to give us a little more information. Oh, how does it pay out? When you go initiate a withdrawal, DraftKings will first refund the method that was used to refund your account up to the amount of previous withdrawals. Any remaining funds will be paid via PayPal or check. Checks can take approximately 1 week to receive via the U.S. Postal Service. Is DraftKings taxed? Do I have to pay taxes on my fantasy sports winnings? Fantasy sports winnings of any size are considered taxable income. Again, taxes. That's why they really need your social security number, of course, your identity, all that. Yeah. But they need your identity so they know who to tax. And if you have a net profit of more than $600 for the year, DraftKings and FanDuel and other sports sites or organizers must issue a 1099 miscellaneous tax form to both you and the IRS. So they're going to report your winnings if you had anything over $600. So if you're banking on DraftKings and FanDuel, they're coming for you, bruh. They're coming for you, young lady. They're going to get their tax money. America don't pay it with them taxes, especially when they gave that first stimulus check. I mean, you guys were on yesterday. I gave you a stimulus update basically telling you that yesterday they did a vote in the House. It was 52 to 47. They needed 60 votes to actually pass a bill to give everyone basically $1,200. Okay, to give everybody basically $1,200. But again, this is election year. So regardless of what America is going through, okay, regardless of people, they're out on the streets, hungry. I'm lost for words because it's kind of like one of those things like you just wish that everybody was just lay aside their politics and just worry about the people, right? But we need to understand politicians are never going to lay aside their politics and just worry about the people because they understand that political positioning has to do with power and authority. Political positioning has to do with power and authority, and they never want to relinquish that. So it's not about the people because if it was truly about the people, bipartisan, the Republicans and Democrats would say, listen. Okay, let's take all of the fluff. Let's take all the fluff out. And let's just give every American $1,200. Let's give every American $1,500. Let's give every American $1,200. Their dependents $500. Okay, up to 3, just like we did the CARES Act. Let's take the fluff out. Let's take the fluff out and just give everybody. But it's not. There's all other sorts of filibusters earmarked inside of those relief bills, HEROES Act, whatever they want to name these bills. I'm just going to let you know. They took all the fluff out. Then that's when I know they're actually worried about the people of America. I'm off of it. Let's see here. How does DraftKings pay out? We kind of went over that. It says your PayPal account or a check. Can you write off DraftKings losses? And I'm going to leave with this one. Gambling losses are indeed tax deductible. Very important. Your losses are tax deductible, but only to the extent of your winnings and require you to report all the money you win as taxable income on your return. The deduction is only available if you itemize your deductions, okay? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your stock review for today. And it's all about sports betting, basically, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about sports betting. So if that's your thing, you might want to look into this platform. You might want to invest inside this platform. I'm looking at it. I think I'm going to invest in this one. I think I'm going to invest in it. I think this is going to be profitable because, you know, I was just looking at, was it CNN or Fox? One of these were talking about how one of the doctors were on there talking about how COVID-19, even when they come up with in a vaccine, an approved vaccine that will help curb people from actually contracting the coronavirus. They were talking about that people are still going to be required to wear the mask. They said that a vaccine is not going to be a total cure or make you immune or total 100% block the coronavirus. So you telling me I'm going to take a vaccine and still have to wear a mask? And one of the anchors on there, they were like, well, so, say for instance, my kids get the vaccine, how long do I have to wear a mask? Like a year, 2 years? And the doctor couldn't say. So I believe that DraftKings, going back to DraftKings, we're talking about online betting, their stocks are going to booster, and I believe more states are going to open up to online gambling, because whether you New Jersey with Atlantic City or Vegas, a lot of people are not getting out and about, and they still want to gamble. They still want to do fantasy sports and things of that nature. So they're going to open up, and guess what? States can actually make money from this because they're taxing DraftKings. So out of the 15% that DraftKings actually take from you guys, they may have to pay the state 3 or 4%. Then the state is going to turn around and tax you. Don't think that the states don't be double dipping. Okay, because DraftKings like, okay, well, you have to pay the state, okay? But we have to pay the state to operate in that state. So DraftKings, FanDuel, Massachusetts, any state they're in, we got to shave off a little bit off the top. Here's 3%, so we're only getting 12%. Here's 4%, you're only getting 11%, something like that. Then turn around, you have to pay taxes, okay? Especially if your state have taxes, you have to pay taxes on those transactions. Whether it be investing, whether it be gambling, those are transactions, okay? And you have to pay taxes, whether it be state and federal or just federal, okay? And little fire, I did watch the Chiefs and Texans game, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my stock review for today. I'm thinking about I may come on later. I don't know just yet. But nonetheless, thank God it's Friday. You guys have a great and wonderful day. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great day. I'm out.